What are you smiling at me for? What are you doing? Are you weirdo? Well, it's been a while since I posted a video. Oh, thank you. It's been my goal since I started this a whole, 4 weeks ago, to be just super open and honest on this channel. And so the reason for not having posted a video in the past, I think it's been 2 weeks, has just been stuff. Here's the real deal. Life has been really hard lately. And I say that with sincerity. It's been genuinely probably one of the hardest seasons that I've had to go through, relationally, financially, just learning how to rest during all of this. I mean, it's just been hard. We've been going through some stuff lately, and so it's kind of hard to get motivated to post a video and to be like, woo, like peppy and funny when your outsides don't really match your insides. I didn't really need anything. I just was lazy and didn't feel like doing it. Mostly, life is just hard. With that said, I have decided to turn that ish around, man. Nobody wants to sit in their own funk and be like grouchy and tired and broke and annoyed. I just decided that I was going to give myself a pep talk. And maybe you can give yourself a pep talk too. So let's give a pep talk. Why not, right? Hey, Candace, you're doing all right. You have a beautiful house that you bought. It's not paid off, but you bought it. And you share it with a beautiful husband who is seriously the cutest. Have you seen those dimples? Well, you can't see it in that picture. Seriously, look at this guy. Look how cute he is. He's so handsome. He's like a male model. Anyway, you have a beautiful house. You share it with a beautiful person. And, the other day we did yard work. I planted things. And they're growing. I didn't kill anything. High five. You have a beautiful dog who is ignoring you right now. Like he's the most adorable pooper. And you love him. Happiness is an emotion. And joy is a lifestyle. That's been something that God has really put on my heart lately. And I didn't want to get super spiritual or religious on this channel at all, because I do have friends who, they've chosen to live their lives a little differently than the way that I live my life, but that's just not me. And so I'm sorry if you don't like it, but that's where this is going. I am in charge of my happiness, and my joy is something that God is in charge of, and I can choose to access that joy at any time. As a matter of fact, joy is available to every person on the planet, regardless of circumstances, because joy is not a circumstance. Joy is not your surroundings. Joy is not your financial situation. Joy is not your marriage. Joy is not your relationship with your parents. Joy is not any of those things. Joy is a choice, and joy is a lifestyle. Happiness is secondary. Happiness is something that comes, when things are going great. You can choose to access joy. It's always there. It's always constant, and you can choose to I can choose to access that part of my life. Joy is always accessible. That never changes. And that's because it comes from a source that never changes. Joy is a lifestyle, and it's a choice. It's a lifestyle choice. You can choose to access it, or let's just ignore that. Access it, or you can choose to not and live in the season that you're in. But let me tell you, if you choose to live in the season and go from season to season living based on how you're feeling in that season, you're never going to be fulfilled. The seasons that I go through in my life don't have to affect my joy. I can tell you that they do sometimes. I allow that to happen. But they don't have to, because I can choose to not allow my circumstances to affect who I am on the inside and where my help comes from. I can choose how I want to respond to my surroundings. I can choose, for example, John and I know that it's going to be incredibly difficult to have kids. That was a very it has been in the past a very difficult thing to accept and figure out how we're going to navigate through that. We have chosen to not let it affect us or define our marriage or define, who I am as a woman. And so we just know that in the right timing, God's going to provide a way, whatever that looks like. We're just so excited to go on that journey together. That is choosing to not let your surroundings define who you are and where your joy comes from. So with all of that being said, I hope that explains why I've kind of been MIA lately. It was never my intention to set something up and then be like, oh, I'm going to be flaky and not do it. But it happened, and I'm sorry, and it won't happen again. Well, hopefully it won't happen again. There might be one person out there who might get something out of what I have to say, and it's worth it for that one person. And so I'm going to do it for you. You know who you are. It's all for you. So I hope that you like this video. I hope that you come back. Hopefully I will have another video posted on Monday. We have some plans. It'll be fun. And if not, come back again Wednesday and I will have another video just for you. Yay! Why the wings? Why the wings?